Hi everybody, I'm Lyle and welcome back to LPD TV on YouTube. And I'm here today with a friend by the name of Mel. And we're out here in Sardis, British Columbia, just south of Chilliwack. And Mel has got this absolutely stunning 69 Camaro RS Z28 and it's a beautiful car. I'm going to introduce you to Mel, and he'll give us all a little bit of a rundown on this car. And let me turn around the camera here. Hi Mel.
Hello everybody.
How are you today?
I'm just fine, thank you.
Good.
Great day.
Yeah,
Warm.
beautiful.
Good day for a car show.
Absolutely. So I met up with you, Mel, out in Aldergrove.
Yes.
And I took a look at your car and absolutely stunning. Wow, this thing is just beautiful. So I asked if you'd mind coming on my channel. I give you an invite and you said, yeah, absolutely. Sounds like fun. Thank you for accepting my invitation.
No problem.
Tell us about your car. This thing is gorgeous.
Well,
So
of course, it's a 1969 Z28 Camaro Rally Sport package.
is it okay if we walk around the car here while you tell us?
Okay.
So go ahead. So it's a
So in
69.
1971, the fall of 1971, I traded my other car off. I went to Calgary with a friend. At that point, I lived in the Kootenays in BC, East Kootenay, BC, and decided to go to Calgary and find a car, another car. So we come across this car and just happened to be at the right place at the right time and scooped it up in 1971. So I've had it for 53 years, I guess now.
53 years you've had this thing. Wow. It is about the nicest specimen I think I've ever seen. It's like so straight and so clean. And you were telling me, we talked a little bit earlier, you had I think you said a 69 GTX?
I had a 68 GTX.
68.
Plymouth GTX, 440, 4-speed, all the stuff.
Right, and
Convertible,
and
white interior,
wow.
sparkly blue outside.
And so you traded that to get this?
That's correct.
Back
yes.
in 71?
Yes.
In
yes.
Calgary. Do you remember the name of the dealership? Or
I believe it was Ted Brooks Chev Olds.
okay. Whereabouts was that? I don't even remember.
It's on Fort McLeod Trail in Calgary. I remember that much. That was a long time ago. Can't remember everything. But,
yeah. So give us the story, man. This thing is just so beautiful. What caught your eye? How did you find it?
well, I didn't know what I was going to look for. Just looked for another car because I got to admit I ran the crap out of that GTX.
Okay.
So it was time for to get a new car and spotted this one. I thought, well, we'll go check it out.
Sure.
And ended up making the deal and drove it home.
Wow. In 1971. And so once you got it home, like you're not actually from Alberta though. You're from
I'm
BC.
not from Alberta. No, I'm BC through and through.
BC guy, yeah.
I'm a farm boy from the Kootenays.
Okay.
And a farm between Cranbrook and Fernie. That's where I was raised.
Okay.
And of course, all my friends had muscle cars back then, and
Sure.
we did the Friday night quarter mile on their old highway there. That was always fun.
Yeah. Wow.
So it looks this way because it's been recently restored.
Okay.
Like I said, I had it since 1971. Drove it until...
Do you want to open the door for us? Are we
Sure.
okay to take a look inside?
Absolutely.
Sorry, go ahead. So you drove it until?
83 or 84 when I had been moved to Pitt Meadows for my job.
Okay.
And the darn thing broke down on me driving into my cul-de-sac.
Oh,
And
really?
Some big bang under the hood, and I pushed the clutch in, coasted into the carport, and there's where it sat until I got transferred again. And I either hauled it or towed it or did something to take it with me wherever I went. And so when I was in Parksville, I got transferred to Parksville. And in 1992, I thought I would pull the motor out, take it all apart, and get it restored, or rebuilt, I guess you'd say.
In 92, okay.
1992.
Yeah.
And took the motor out, took the heads off, took all those parts to the machine shop.
Sure.
Took them all rebored and cleaned up and whatnot.
Yeah.
And what had happened with that big noise out of the hood, as a valve clip broke down and dropped a valve into the cylinder head.
Oh.
but I didn't know how much damage, but it turned out there was not much damage.
Okay.
But anyway, I was going to repair it. And, raising a family and working,
Yeah.
I had to stop the process. But while the heads were getting done and the block was getting redone, I was able to buy all the internal parts of the engine through just right at the dealership, Chevy dealership.
Okay.
The pistons and the rings and the valves and the valve springs and the camshaft and the bearings and the seals and you name it.
Everything you needed.
Everything you need. You find
Wow.
right from a genuine GM part right from the dealership.
Right.
But then I had to stop the process because of raising a family and whatnot.
Okay.
So I got transferred from Parksville to where'd I go? I went to back to the mainland.
Okay.
In 2000.
Yeah.
And we decided to start the whole process again of not just the motor but the whole car.
Sure.
And we found a guy that my wife knew in her past before she met me, and they were friends and neighbors and knew each other quite well.
Sure.
We thought we'd get him to do the project, and it ended up that he wasn't a good guy. And the bailiff phoned me one day after 3 or 4 months into the process and said I better come and get my car because we were locking the doors on the shop because he's not paying his rent.
Yikes.
So I went there, got the car, but there was no motor and no transmission. So we tried to get it from him. He would not release the motor and transmission. I took him to court, won the court case,
Yeah.
and the judge ordered him to give me my stuff back, but he never did. So we're fast forward now to 2021.
Wow. The judge ordered him to give you your motor and everything
Yeah.
back, and he wouldn't comply.
He wouldn't comply, no.
Wow.
Because he's pretty slippery and he knew all the ins and outs of getting out of this stuff.
Some guys are just
There's
shysters.
a problem here.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in the middle of about 2021,
Yeah.
we decided that let's just go for the total restoration of this car. And I was picking and choosing people to go to do the project.
Yep.
And in the meantime, went to see Harold at California Customs in Baltimore,
Okay.
just as a start, and got talking about the car and the problem with the stolen motor and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And Harold said to me, I know a guy right now that's probably got a motor that belongs in this car, or not the exact one, but one like it,
Yeah.
302
Sure.
cubic inch, and he's probably got one in his garage right now. I'll phone him up and ask him.
Yeah.
I could buy it. It won't be a numbers matching, but it's a 302 motor.
Yeah.
So he phoned him when I was there, and the guy at the other end was Mike. And Mike said, "Well, is that car an orange car?" And Harold asked me. He said, "Yeah." I said, "Orange interior?" I said, "Yeah." "Is the guy's name Mel Sandberg?" That's me. And Mike says, "Well, I know Mel. I
Yeah.
know that car,
Yeah.
and I know the story of the stolen motor."
Oh, you're kidding.
I said, "Well, what the heck?"
Yeah.
So we got talking, and Mike was, he told me, and I can't remember this, but he told me that he was in the courtroom during that court case as a witness to tell a judge the value of the car with the correct motor, the real numbers matching
Numbers
motor,
matching. Yeah.
and if it was not a numbers matching motor.
Okay.
So we kind of left it at that, and he never did get called as a witness, but the judge ruled for me anyway.
But he was there in the courtroom at
He
the
was
time.
there in the courtroom, and this is the guy that answered the phone on the other end.
And you hadn't met him back then, and now years later.
Well, I met him back then, but I can't remember. I
Oh.
don't remember how he got to the courtroom.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Anyway, I must have invited him or asked him somehow.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. So let's see now. Yeah, back in 21, that was 21.
Yep.
So I did choose a guy to do the restoration. His name was Gary Grant, Triple G Muscle Cars in Maple Ridge, and he's the guy that his blood is made out of Camaro, I'm sure. But so Mike and Gary and a fellow by the name of Al in Winfield got talking to each other behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Al is a numbers kind of a guru, and motor numbers and car numbers and all that. And they got talking, and this is without me knowing it.
Yeah.
And Al says to the guys, he says, I think I remember that number and that motor and that story, and I think I know where that motor is.
Oh, you're kidding.
Oh my God! And then Mike from Langley, he phoned me the next day. He says, I think we found your motor, and it's right there in Chilliwack where you live.
You're kidding.
Wow! I just fell down, and I wanted to go right away, of course, to check this out. But
Sure.
Mike says, no, just wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah.
And we'll arrange an appointment to go see this guy, and let's see if we can see this motor and match the numbers from the documents that you have.
Yeah.
And so we waited till the next day, went there, and it was Richard from Hot Rod and Plastics right here in Chilliwack. He bought this motor off this crook in 2011 off eBay, not knowing it was a stolen motor.
Oh.
But, he bought it just in case, because he knew the value of the motor.
Yeah.
He could have sold it for $14,000, but he wanted to keep the motor.
Sure.
Because he wanted to find the car that the motor belonged in, that was born in, sort of thing. Eh?
Right. Yeah.
And well, I guess he found the car, but it belonged to me.
Wow.
All the numbers checked off, and it was proof that it was my motor. And it was just as I remembered seeing it when I dropped it off to this crook. And all those GM parts were there. Everything was there.
Yeah.
And Mike, the guy that was at the court case, so he said.
Yeah. Yeah.
And was on the other end of the phone with Harold.
Yeah.
Mike come up with his pickup truck. We loaded the motor on a pallet in his pickup, and Mike took it out to Langley to his shop. And Mike was the guy that rebuilt my motor for me.
Wow.
And all those regular, genuine GM parts are back in the motor.
Back in
where
there.
they're supposed to be.
Do you mind? Are we okay to pop the hood and we can take a look at this?
Come on.
Wow. So that was Mike that did all that.
That's right.
Oh my goodness, look at this.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning.
Yeah, it's pretty clean.
Oh, is that ever?
Mike was the one that rebuilt it.
Wow.
You know, and we had come across each other in about 2020, 2021, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And coincidentally, he's the guy that built the motor and the transmission for me.
Wow. He did a fantastic job.
Yeah, he even replicated the. I'll point something out to you.
Sure.
You can see right along here, there's orange paint,
Okay, yeah.
and even across the cowl tag,
Right.
right across the side.
Sure.
And that was exactly like it was at the factory.
Is that right?
At the
Eh?
factory. And Gary Grant, he made sure he replicated that same thing
Right.
from a picture he took of that
Wow.
before he did anything to it.
That's the way they came from factory
Yeah.
like that. Wow.
And also underneath the car, you can't see, but underneath the car, there's orange overspray also.
Is that right?
And there
eh?
he replicated all that. You can shoot down in here.
Yeah.
See the yellow.
the yellow dab?
That's,
Yeah.
that's an inspection mark that the factory would have put on.
Okay.
And there's several underneath the car for torque
Okay.
checks on the different nuts and bolts.
Yeah.
And that's Gary even replicated that.
Oh my God, this thing is just so clean. Wow. Absolutely stunning. Very, very cool. So it was Gary, you said?
Gary Grant.
Gary
Triple
Grant.
G muscle cars, Maple Ridge.
Wow.
Just a great guy. Just
Yep.
a great guy. See the 72 over here too?
Yep.
And how the bottom of the 2 goes down? That's how it was originally.
Yep.
The guy at the factory must have slipped or something. And 72 is the paint code of the Hugger Orange.
Okay.
So that's what that means.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh man. Are those factory headers like that?
No, they're not factory. That's one thing. It's not factory.
Okay.
But you know, to get the collector's plates
Yep.
from ICBC, they allow you to put headers on.
They did allow it.
It's still
Yeah.
allowed to have collector's plates. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that is just beautiful. So gorgeous.
You know, motor like that. I don't know if you know the 302 motor is pretty famous for its RPMs and its power.
Right?
It's a cross between a 283, a Chevy 283 motor and a 327 motor. It gets it's It's a very fast revving motor.
Okay.
Got a short stroke and a huge bore. What does that sound like?
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. So cool.
And it just purrs along.
Oh, I bet. Well, I've heard it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you mind actually if we start it up? We can
Let's give it a try.
we'll let the viewers hear what this thing sounds like. I'll just walk around to the back here and
Hopefully it starts.
yeah. Hope that it starts. Absolutely beautiful. I just love it. It's so nice. So very nice.
You sort of hear the lumpiness when you come up from the edge, and we call it lumpiness, I guess.
Yeah. That's what it's made for, right?
It's a 302 because the Trans Am rules wouldn't allow any car with more than 305 cubic inches.
Oh, okay.
That's why
That's why they did the 302.
put the merging of the 283 and the 227.
Okay. Yeah, because I always thought 302 was a Ford motor,
Yes.
which it is, but
It is, yeah.
but it is a Chev motor as well. I didn't realize that was why.
So the big name of the motor is from the Z28, so it's called the Zapper motor.
The Zapper. Wow, it's just so meticulous. Like to go over every little. It's beyond showroom. This thing is just beautiful, stunning.
It looks nicer now than it did when I bought it.
Is that right?
Yeah, it was never looked this good.
Is that right? How much? No, we're not going to go there.
Lots.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh man,
Yeah.
absolutely beautiful, Mel.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, just stunning.
Yeah. Pretty
So,
proud of it.
how far away do you actually get to take off with it to go put it in some shows?
I try to stay local, but
Yeah.
I've gone to Parksville. Last year went to Parksville for
Okay.
CCI Cruiser's big show there in Father's Day in June.
Right.
That was awesome. I've gone down to Linden, Washington,
Yeah.
Western Parks over there.
Yeah.
Bridal Falls, Agassiz.
I'll just let you close that hood up now again. Oh man. Just beautiful.
They're nice.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I'll let you pull it ahead just a little bit into the sunlight again here because it's starting to get into some shade.
Tell me when to stop.
Sure, yeah. Just so beautiful. Just so gorgeous. Mel.
I
Very,
like it.
very nice.
New vinyl roof. Everything's refurbished or new.
Yeah.
Aftermarket, I guess you would say.
Okay. And how long did it take to do the full restore?
Took 16 months.
16 months. Wow. And you said the place was called Triple G?
Triple G Muscle Cars.
Okay.
Maple Ridge, just off Dundee Truck Road at 248.
Okay. You guys want to look that up?
Working on it, I should say.
I'll put a description down if I can find their website in the description of the video down below. Yeah. Wow.
It's got bugs on it now.
Oh yeah.
I can't
Well,
have that happen.
I know, eh?
Yeah, there's stuff, all kinds of stuff on it now.
Can't have that. Yeah. Oh, I just love the hideaways. So beautiful.
I should have pulled those on and off.
Yeah, that's okay. Very, very nice. Well,
yeah, Gary he was the main guy. He did most of the work and the organizing it. And
yeah.
his brother Cam did most of the metal work on the car and the preparation for the paint.
Okay.
He spent hours and hours and hours sanding with up to 4,000 grit sandpaper.
Wow.
The amount of time and work he spent on that.
And who did the paint? Did they do it there?
They did it in the paint bay there.
Okay.
And the guy who did the paint was Ernie Dietz.
Ernie Dietz.
Ernie's Speed and Custom.
Okay. Ernie's
Did a
Speed and Custom.
Fantastic job.
Yeah, Ernie. Fabulous.
Ernie,
Absolutely beautiful. Wow. It
Yeah.
just sparkles. Yeah.
And it's even got some dust on it now, so it doesn't sparkle like it should sparkle.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Wow. Well, absolutely enthusiastically loving this thing.
Thank you now.
I want to say thanks for allowing me to take some of your time today and do this little video to put on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, for sure.
Very much appreciated.
I wanted to, can I add one thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
You see the orange interior, the orange
Sure.
vinyl and cloth houndstooth inserts.
Yeah.
Now that, on an ordinary coupe like this one there, well, it's not ordinary, but it's not an Indy race car, or pace car, pardon me.
Okay, yeah.
Chevy in 67, 68, 69 made the pace cars for the Indianapolis 500.
Yeah.
And they were typically a convertible painted in Dover white with orange stripes, like I have the black ones.
Okay.
They had orange ones, and they also had orange interior, like this one here.
Right.
But to see that orange interior on a car that's not an Indy race car is pretty rare.
It is, eh?
Yeah, and that's all original.
Wow.
And I got pictures from 1972 and 3 and 4 to show you.
Back it up, yeah, she's all original. Wow, this thing is just stunning. Very, very cool. And also too, yeah, just now I was thinking about it, you were saying something about the cowl induction hood?
Oh, okay, well you see this hood is a flat hood.
I do see, yeah.
The cowl induction comes up here. I'm not sure exactly, there's something around here. It's up above.
Yeah.
It's open at the back, and where the wind swirls here,
Right.
it shoots air into the carburetor through there, through the air tank in the carburetor.
Right, right.
I believe the cowl hood came as an option. Once that option was out, most everybody wanted that cowl induction hood.
Right.
This car came without that, and I've heard say that the Camaro enthusiasts nowadays prefer a flat hood
Rather than a cowl.
some other little.
And so this one's got the flat if that's what they want.
Yeah.
But it's actually more rare to have the flat hood than the cowl hood, is what I'm hearing from
I
you?
think so, yeah.
Is that right?
Because everybody wanted the cowl hood when it came available.
Okay.
Because it just looks so awesome, I guess.
Right.
But this was not that option on this car.
Wow.
So we kept it original as a flat hood. Do you see it?
Very, very gorgeous car, man. Just beautiful.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay. Well, I want to say thanks again for your time, Mel. That was a nice gift of you to give me today.
No problem.
And yeah,
pleasure.
thanks for coming on the show. You guys, please feel free, subscribe, like, share, tag your friends. Trying to do something with the channel here. I also like to give a shout out to Lens R Us. That's where I get my my sunglasses from. In the lower mainland of Vancouver, Surrey. They're in a few different places around Vancouver. Awesome eyewear place, specialists in eye care as well. So if you don't need sunglasses but need eyeglasses, go check them out. They'll help you out. And another place I like to talk about, I didn't get this shirt there, but I go to Sasso Moda for any of my clothing, and they're fantastic. Great service, friendly staff, and they'll hook you up with some clothes, get you looking dapper. Again, thanks, Mel.
Like I said.
Definitely enjoy this beautiful car. 69 Rally Sport Z28. Thanks, guys. So Mel was kind enough to take me out for a little run here in his car. So we're just gonna show you a little action here what this thing can do. Let you take a look at where we're at.
by fast.
Okay.
I'm not going to do for a dead stop, but from right about now.
Yeah, okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah, go.
Here we go.
Oh, man. That puts you back in the seat pretty good, eh? For a little thrill, too. Holy man. That's awesome.
It's 70 miles an hour in a pretty short time.
That's got some balls. Wow.
That's about 5,000 RPM.
That was fun. Very, very cool.
Hope it didn't scare you.
No. Just got my dander up a little bit now. I'm ready to rock and roll.
Watch out, Jeep.
Yeah. Oh, man. So much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like we can do it one more time.
Sure. Oh, man. Oh, man. That's friggin' awesome, man.
That's just first and second.
That's fabulous. Oh, yeah. That's got some power, man.
Likes to go. I mean, it's not like a 427 or something.
Lots of fun out here with Mel and his 69 Z28. Just loving this thing. Thanks, Mel.